What's up, guys? I'm Scott, and this is Googie's Garbage Revivals, and I guess I need to make a video. So, what I have here is a Kawasaki KF82D-X. I believe this is a 8.5 horse engine, and the guy told me it's off of a John Deere Gator from the 80s. Anyways, the issue is it doesn't have any spark. Here's the ignition coil that's on it. The original. It's got plugs, whatever. I believe this is the culprit because the case is broke and you can see it's kind of leaking. Trying to find one of these is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So he asked me, he's like, hey man, is there any way you can make this engine run? I said, well, I'll take a stab at it. So here's what I'm going to do. Since I'm not going to get on eBay and try to find that coil, which is probably going to be astronomical, I already checked the pickup coil. This has a pickup coil on it. It's underneath the flywheel. Basically, it's one wire. It's this white wire. I've already checked it. My strobe lights, don't mind those. Anyways, that's the only important wire that I need on this to make the ignition happen. So what I'm going to do is I went on Amazon and I bought one of these CDI boxes. Now this is for a DC, meaning that this uses 12 volts DC to power it. Now there is a smaller one. There's controversy on deciphering which one is which. Usually the AC, alternating current ones, are a little smaller. Just if you get online to try to get one, and if you want to try to do what I'm doing here, just check it, check the specs, email the seller, whatever you got to do to find out if it's an AC or DC. I probably could have used an AC on this one, but I went with a DC just because it's more simple for me to get it going. So basically what we have here is got two plugs on this one. These two green wires are ground on this particular one, which I guess basically your two bottom ones are ground. This one here on your upper left corner is your trigger from this pickup coil. And then this one on the right hand corner is to the coil. And then this one here is a kill switch if you got a kill switch. This one down here is your 12 volt DC positive. And that's pretty much all we need to know about that. So, I'm going to test my theory and see if this is going to work out the way I want to. So, let me grab some test leads. Alright, I got some test leads here. Oh, I need a coil. Got a coil with a spark tester already set up here. Now, this coil is grounded through this wire, this green wire, and then my input from the CDI box is black with yellow, looks like. But the green wire is grounded to this. I'm just going to use this particular one because it's what I have laying around, and surprisingly, it fits this. So let me thread this on here real quick. That way we have a ground. I'm not going to put the coil here because it's right on the cylinder head, and I don't want the heat to transfer and weaken the coil or damage it over time. So now we got it up. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and ground this to the cylinder head. That way it's out of the way. CDI box. I'm going to ground both of these. I think you only have to ground one but I'm just going to do both. So I'm going to use my white lead for ground, and I guess I'm just going to stick it on the cylinder head. I just need a ground to the engine. That'll stick. Anyways, so there. I need a hot to the red with black wire on this particular one. The colors may be different, I don't know. This is what I bought off Amazon. This is going to go here. I'm going to leave that off. I need a trigger signal, which is the blue with white on this particular one. I'm going to use the white one as well. And we're going to hook that to the white wire that's on this Kawasaki engine. And then we're going to use the yellow from the yellow and black to trigger the coil. And this is already grounded to the bracket. Just double check the one you got. I'm just going to shove it in here or let it hang, whichever. Then I need something to crank the engine over, so I'm going to put this on the start terminal on the starter solenoid. Got a battery here. Hopefully it's juiced up. I'm going to put my positive on here without touching the motor terminal. And then I'm going to ground this to the case. Going to ground the battery. Okay, we don't have any smoke or sparks, that's good. I'm going to check to see if this is actually going to crank over. There we go. Alright, so it's cranking over. Now, we need to power our CDI box. I don't think I'm getting power. It's not sparking. Ground. Let's check the ground here. Let's put it here. There we go. Now I got power. Alright. Now I'm going to crank it and we'll watch it here. And I clearly have a spark. I don't know if the phone's picking it up. I'm going to go shut the lights off. Let's see if I can move the camera closer here. I can't really see because I got this holder thing on it. But let's just see what happens here. Let's see what I look on the camera. I don't know if it's picking it up. I can't tell, but it's definitely sparking. So that obviously tells us a few things. That the pickup coil on the engine's working. The CDI box is working, and it'll fire a plug. Now, what I need is the customer pulled the flywheel off this and messed up the original flywheel nut, and he bought another one, and unfortunately it's not going to work because I can't torque it down to 60 foot-pounds is what the spec calls for. So I'm going to try to order an OEM flywheel nut, and it's left-handed thread, so it's not like I can just go out and get a right-handed thread nut. He found a left-handed thread nut, bulk somewhere. I don't know where he got it, but obviously it's not working because it's not the right one. So I guess this is going to be a two-part video. I get a nut for it, and then I'm going to get the shroud right here. The original coil mounts in here, and the plug wire comes out. I'm going to try to incorporate this coil in here to help keep it cool if I can. So hopefully I can get this all back together and running, and then I'll have a second video showing that it works. So this is my first video I'm posting. I have made several videos, and I haven't posted anything yet because they're on my laptop, and the hard drive is too full, and I can't do anything. So this video is completely unedited, no scripting. This is real time. I figured I might as well just put something on, and this was a pretty good candidate. So if you got any questions, I can try to answer them. I'm not a genius at anything. I just like to revive garbage. This was considered garbage because it had no spark, and the ports for it are obsolete or almost unattainable. I can't even say that word. You know what I'm trying to say. Hard to get. So hopefully this will get this guy back to whatever he's trying to do with this in his Gator, and instead of buying a new engine. I think this was like, let's just say $20 just for the CA box, and it came with the plugs. Now the coil was something I had laying around that I never used from some other thing. So hopefully you guys got some out of this, and like I said, this is completely unscripted, and hopefully we got a part 2. Later.